real. Do all married couples think the same? Obviously not, but let's get into their heads. Hey, Aya. Hey, Aya. How you doing?
We were pressured into getting married.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Pressure?
So we're Mormon, like LDS, and there's a lot of pressure in our church to get married, especially at our church school that we went to. Everyone gets married really fast. We got married after like 5 months because we wanted to, and we loved each other. But I feel like it definitely, like there are like some more like societal pressures in that aspect. So that's why I don't like strongly disagree, but I mostly disagree because I don't feel like
3 lives for this video. What are you talking about? Only said 3 lives for this video. What the fuck? I like you. I like you. What life gone? What the fuck? This is not a video to laugh at. Oh yeah, I got you on that kettle, by the way. Isn't that a nice pot?
Yeah, I feel like we were kind of not necessarily pressured to get married.
Hey, Emoji Thug, how you doing?
To date for marriage, but then once we met each other and told our families, they were like, hey, maybe you should slow down. So we're more so pressured not to.
Y'all so evil.
Yeah, I would say 0% pressure. Like when I first saw this woman, I was like, ooh, I gotta get to know you, girl.
Okay.
And honestly, we have both been through broken homes before.
That's the pressure you gotta apply.
Divorced families, and a big passion we have is having a strong marriage. And so I've never been more confident about anything in my life than Amber J. There was zero pressure. It was all pressure on me. Like, I gotta hope she's feeling the same way, because I'm feeling you.
I'm good,
and
thank you.
We actually dated for less than a year as well.
Oh,
but
wow.
when you know, right?
Right?
I have some hot takes submitted by our audience, and so I'll read off the prompt and you'll agree or disagree with the prompts. Women do more work in marriages.
Ooh.
I feel like no one should be doing more work than the other person in a marriage.
Thank you.
Personally.
Hey, he got the right idea. No one is doing more work than the other. And if that's the case, that's not a marriage, baby. That's slavery.
I feel like in order for a marriage to work, you have to come at it equally. That might be just an idealistic view, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like as a general statement, most of the women I know, and including the women who have raised me, had a job. They also took care of the kids, like most of the time. Most of the household chores also fell on on the woman, and I do just see that more often than not, that women take on 2 jobs, literally.
I have
vest gotta go.
divorce.
Oh. Oh, wow. Together?
We learned this in a marriage class where there's a rhino and a hedgehog in every relationship marriage.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this girl is high as fuck, and if she's not, she be micromanaging. I know her relationship be like, no, that doesn't go there.
And so Charlie's very much the rhino. He's like, let's tackle this now. We need to talk now. And for me, I'm a hedgehog. I need to withdraw. And so I think in those moments, I don't know, I think I'm more here. It's just like, well, when you're in the heat of the moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she definitely, she got the shit. You said, okay, so I hate her.
I definitely know that our communication.
Let's not show her hate. She seems sweet. She seems adorable. Those are the ones you gotta watch out for. They're fucking evil. They're like little chihuahuas. But she seems cool. Her fit kind of cool. It's very Republican, but she's kind of cute. But it just, you never know. First impressions are everything. So all I gotta say is, that's their relationship, not mine.
Styles are totally different. We
From
didn't
thrift shop,
communicate well.
she dressed like she watches Hallmark all day.
Well, at first, I know Kenzie comes from a divorced family.
She watches those movies with Vanessa Hudgens in them, or the Jennifer Lopez rom-coms. She watches all of those.
And then
y'all hating? No, I'm not hating on her. She seems cool. She seems great.
I came from
She's
a family where
person.
my parents had a disagreement. They fought with passive-aggressive comments and closed doors. So having disagreements, having those uncomfortable and hard conversations just wasn't easy for me at all. And so divorce sounds a heck of a lot easier than pushing through it, which luckily we did. We're doing great. We're happy now. But there definitely was a time where, yeah, it seems easier to just drop everything and move on instead of trying to grow.
I am happy with how often we have sex.
There's a hedgehog, there's a rhino, and then there's a rabbit. I feel like I'm the
Oh, she said, I'm just as high as you are, and I have something to include. Okay, so now we got 3 animals. A rhino, a hedgehog, and a rabbit. And all I'm getting out of this is that they all think they're in the fucking Lion King. Baby, this is not the animal kingdom. This is not Kingdom Come. Let's talk about people.
rabbit, and there's
They gotta drop this
marriage,
head. They gotta.
and my expectations and like my sex drive is my libido is very high, but it's always been that high. So I came in honest. It was on the table.
I feel like sometimes, you know, work and life get in the way of that, responsibilities, but I think, yeah.
If you don't take off of work for a lunch break and call your girl, get in the car and do some arts and crafts, like, and you know what I mean by arts and crafts.
We're trying to find a middle.
You know, we're both here. It'd be, you know, I think if we had split, then it would be like evidence that we're not talking about it. But I think this, this is not a surprise to me. I don't think it's a surprise to you that we're both here because it's something we talked about.
I think it's like something we're working through, and it's just like when you get married, you get into like this routine, you get into like just working and going, you know, and then at the end of the day, you're just like spent. We're both like really 2 ambitious people, and I think like sometimes it's the detriment of the household sometimes on both ends, not just you, but like.
She just work right now, right? She's ready to clock
I want
in.
children. 3, 2, 1, go.
Aw, they all want
If we
kids.
could, we would have a baby yesterday. But because we're same sex, there's a lot of costs that go behind making a baby. So we bought a house last year, and that
Nicole,
was
how you doing? I'm doing good,
huge
FG.
for
How you
us.
doing?
Now kids are on the table, and that's another, $40,000 that you're looking at per kid. And if we want 2, that's a house and then some, 80,000. So.
And as women, our clock is ticking. The older we get, the less time we have to make it happen. So for us, it's a little different.
So we actually have like infertility
Summer.
struggles a lot. We've had 3 miscarriages. We actually just had one recently. And so it's like the topic of kids is like super sensitive to us. Cause like we actually like our miscarriage happened like last week, and it was like really like hard because we were so excited. We told our families, and we were like so excited to like announce to everyone at Christmas.
Wow.
And sorry.
That's really sad.
It like breaks my heart because like I know like it's bringing us closer together, but it's like one of the hardest things we've had to go through together because it's like I know Tyler's gonna be an amazing dad, but like I feel bad, and I feel bad because I've told him before, I'm like, it's fine if you like want to go marry someone else and have kids because I know I can't provide that.
Yeah, no, it's been really hard to deal with just because like it's not the most like I guess accepting topic to talk about. I know a lot of people feel very awkward whenever that conversation does come up. Like my parents have tried to
But it
help
happens.
us out, but
it happens.
don't really know how.
Like it kind of makes me want to like be over there sometimes where I'm just like, no, it's not worth it. Like I don't like the heartache and the financial like struggles, it's just not worth it. But at the end of the day, it's like I know it's worth it. I know this is where I want to be.
You said the way he's rocking back and forth is giving. I think that's just him being nervous about it. I mean, people have different types of physical responses to being nervous, especially when they're sharing something so private, not only with that room, but with the internet. It's probably hard for him to be physically like intact at that moment, which is understandable because people deal with their nervousness all like in different ways. Like for me, sometimes I laugh. Not because shit's funny, but like I'm like, okay, all right. I'm just like, please get the attention off me. That like it could be anxiety, yeah. It could be anything, but maybe they did their consoling with each other already.
I
Start
don't
emoting?
like
That's
my partner's
crazy.
family.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go.
You want to know something? I think that liking or I don't know. I just feel like if I were to ever marry somebody, I really want their family to like me. Like but I'm not gonna do no shit to like compromise my own morals just to be liked by my partner's family. However, that's a big thing for me because I just want a big family. I want my kids to like have a good relationship with both of their grandparents and stuff and both sides of their family. I hate when we have to have that conversation. But like, what side of your family has the most like drama, or whatever? And people like, oh, my dad's side or my mom's side, blah blah. But like, I don't want my family to be split up like that, and I just want my kids to have a good relationship with both sides. So I want to have a good relationship with both sides. So I really, really hope that, you know, they like me one day. You said I want to be happily invited to all the functions. Right. And the fact that I can cook, baby, I'm cooking my way into everybody's house. Like first meeting, you don't even need to know my name yet. Here, try this dish. That's all you need to know. But I mean, I understand why there's so much pressure on, you know, giving your blessing to somebody. But I think that's just one thing that I personally want. You said my girl family better like me because, come on, I swear I'm not that bad, right? Like, you said what you cooking? Shit, you know what? It just depends. Just depends. I'll cook anything. Like I be whipping it up in the kitchen. I'm not gonna lie. You said my family got so much drama. I want to marry into a healthy family. Exactly. Like I've already had to deal with all the personal family drama stuff. I want to be in an environment where it's like breath of fresh air. Not to say that all families don't have their issues, but I want to at least like each other enough to work on those issues. You said, damn, my ex ain't even let me meet him. That's crazy. How long were y'all together? And you didn't meet your ex's parents or your like somebody. Damn. Uh-oh.
It's challenging.
Damn, and she did it with a smile on her face. She's like, I do not like your family. That's she's like, that's that, and that's the tweet.
Speak your truth.
I know. I think there are certain members of your family that I absolutely adore.
It's okay.
And I think there was a time and place where I really wanted to love your mom. And then there's a time and place where we just can't. I have very thick skin. I knew what I was like signing up for. I've dealt with like homophobic people, just like anyone else, and there's a lot I can handle. But what I can't handle is seeing you hurt. Aww. And that's the hardest part, because like you're so amazing, and she's gonna miss out on so much.
I mean, I totally understand why you're standing there. I wish you could stand here with me, but I was raised in a super homophobic family, and unfortunately, you can't really choose who you're born into, so I totally understand your frustration because I carry that frustration, and I've carried that.
I want to give them a hug.
Throughout my whole life.
I'm shocked you're there.
No, I'm not. I think this is the silver lining, right? Like when I married you, I gained a family, and even though I might disagree with certain points of view in your family, overall your family has been loving from the moment I stepped into your life, and I'm really appreciative of that because I feel like I put a lot of pressure on my friends because they are my family, but when I met you, I feel like your family filled in that hole.
I think that's like the beautiful thing about marriage is that like you get to set like a new precedent. Like you get to set a new like standard for your family.
I also agree with that. Like if you come from a broken home, your partner comes from a broken home, I think that's y'all's opportunity to break that cycle or to end that chain of trauma and stuff. So I agree with that.
And like that's what's so beautiful about it. Like you don't have to take on, you know, what your family brought or what your family gave to you. You guys can make something new. So
There are things my partner doesn't know about me.
Oh, before we get there, I gotta pee. Hold on. Wait, because this sound like it's finna get, like, messy. Person. Just lost 2 watching you.
For me, it's like, I've had, like, a lot of, like, hardships in my life that's, like, it takes time to unlock, you know what I mean, and, like, talk about. And I feel like if I was, like, trauma dump, like, you need therapy too.
I mean, you did trauma dump on me like before we met though. Like,
oh yeah.
we met on a dating app, and her first messages to me before we were going on a date, she's like, By the way, I went through this, and this within the last like 12
she was
months or so.
oversharing.
I trauma dumped on you on our first
what,
date. So I was
Sticky?
like, okay, if she's still here
at
at the end of the day, then obviously I have to marry you. And like here we are. And I think if there's anything I don't know, it's
We
the
clipped
new
it.
things
Cap,
that we
my clips are
explore
off.
together, not necessarily super focused on the past, like
right.
what you ate on your 3rd birthday. Like probably don't know that. But like, you know, let's go explore something new because like you're my future.
I'm
deep-ass
with
voice.
my soulmate. 3, 2, 1, go.
They're getting a divorce. They're getting a divorce. They better have a prenup. Cut just what is this? Is this Cut or Jubilee? Spectrum. Jubilee just split a couple up. They just split a couple up. He's gonna go home and start looking for his soulmate, and she's gonna be like, "What? I'm not your soulmate. Why would you marry me?" And then he's gonna come up with some bullshit, some BS excuse talking about some. You may not be my soulmate, but like that's not the end goal. We don't have to be with our soulmate. Just because you have one doesn't mean you need to be with them. Blah blah. Or he's gonna be like, "I believe that there are multiple soulmates." He's gonna come up with some BS. Let's see what he has to say.
This is an interesting question. I think I have like a disagreement with the term soulmate.
I knew he was gonna say something like that. Be like, I don't think soulmates are even a real thing. You know, there's 7 billion people on this earth. Who's to say there's one person for you? And I get it, you know, whether you believe in soulmates or not. But she wants a divorce because she believes in it. Obviously, she clearly believes in that.
Me being over here is not me saying that you're not the person that I'm supposed to be with. It's just me saying that, like, I had so many opportunities to do so many different things and go down different roads in my life. And I chose this one. And then every day I'm going to have to continue to choose this one.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what soulmate meant to you.
She's like, yeah, I didn't know that's what that meant. I want a divorce.
Yeah, first time.
But I will say he low key kind of spitting because with the whole soulmate thing. At the same time, you still make the choice. So if I have a soulmate out there, a person for me out there, and I choose to be with this person, bye-bye. I chose to be with this person. Whether you're my person or not, you're still my person. I don't know. There are times you gotta lie, like this one.
Can you explain it that way?
Oh yeah, I am
mean,
your
for
soulmate.
For me, like soulmate is just someone you just know you want in your life. And when you and me got together, I was like,
I think
like,
the term soulmate
no
has just been
fear,
misconstrued over time.
Like there was just nothing else. Like I had no hesitation.
Going back to the beginning, we talked about when you know, you know. And so I feel like
she's gonna bring up another rhino
by accident.
And a hedgehog.
It was definitely a divine
and a little
orchestrated
deer.
event for us to cross paths since I grew up
and
in
a ferret.
LA and Charlie grew up in Detroit, Michigan.
And maybe an
so
elephant.
it was for a reason.
And
Good
a
marriages
chicken.
don't just happen, right? It definitely does take work,
Somebody's gonna be friends.
intentional time, but I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. So
Jay is.
Yeah, they definitely like banged in the car before they got here. And after this, they're gonna get into an argument, which is gonna lead to them banging in the car yet again, and a fight about dinner. Sorry, that's just my interpretation of this relationship. Like, yeah, I think the word soulmate has been misconstrued. I personally do not believe that there is a person out there made specifically to be your counterpart. I think your soulmate is just the person you choose to spend the rest of your life with. Not the person that's mysteriously on this earth and you got to find your way to him. It's just the person that you make the conscious decision to be with. Whoever that is, because it could be anybody, is what I believe is your soulmate. You said the gay queens definitely got high after this. Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%. As long as she keeps it sticky. Okay. All right.
A lesbian.
Okay.
We love women from like very, very.
I like her style kind of cool though. She kind of
Identified
swaggy with it.
bisexual.
I'm digging that
Before
coat
I met you,
and
I
her
never wanted
heels.
to get married. when I was with women, maybe I wanted men. When I was with men, I wanted women. It just felt like there was always something missing. And then I met you, and everything changed in my soul, in my body, in my choices. Like, and so I used to not believe in soulmates because I felt like, how can,
Is there a code for
out
Nicole?
of whatever billion
W
people in
thief.
this world, you just match with one, and like the universe aligns. It's just too much work for the universe. Like, I feel sorry for it. But when it works out, there's just no other explanation that so much inside of me can change by meeting one person.
That is a wrap.
You know, I think this was a successful Jubilee video. Nobody fought. Nobody got into an argument.